Hello everyone, I am the Goon, and welcome to a new series on my channel called NHL 15 Around the League on Online Versus. So what I'll be doing is I'll be playing Online Versus, and I'm going to start with Anaheim and work my way all the way through the whole league up to Vancouver. And I will be playing with each team, but what I'll be doing for the commentaries is I'll be telling you about each team and how well I think they'll do this season. So, starting with the Anaheim Ducks, some positives: they signed Heatley and Kessler, both of which will help them out. They needed some more depth on wingers, I feel. So Heatley will help them there, and then Kessler will he'll just help them out because it improves their forwards even more. But they do already have a lot of good centers. So also their strong offense, of course, they have an amazing offense this year with the Perry-Getzlaf combination. That's going to be working for them well again, probably, just like last season. And that will really help them out, just the fact that they have Perry and Getzlaf together again. But also the fact that they have Kessler is going to be playing second line center, probably. And he should be he's an average first line center, maybe a little below average for a first line center. And he'll be playing second line. Actually, you know what, now that I think about it, he's below average for a first line, but he's above average for a second line center. He's a good second line center to have. And they have him now, so that will help them out. Cogliano will most likely, I think, play winger, but if he plays center, he'll be their third line center, and that's a really good player to have as a third line center. I mean, he's probably a little bit below average for a second line center, so having him at third line improves their team some more. And that's just like, they have so much depth in their offense, and they have some superstar players in Getzlaf and Perry. So there's their strong offense. Also experienced guys like Getzlaf, Perry, and Heatley and Kessler are all fairly experienced now. However, they have very young goalies. That could hurt them, so there's no experience there. As well as their defense is relatively experienced, but they're not that good either. So their defense could really end up hurting them because they don't have too many good defensemen. And then combined with the fact that they're using young goalies, it could be a lot of high-scoring games with Anaheim this season, which will be entertaining to watch because their defense is weak, their goalies are young. They're good, but they're young, so who knows how they'll play, really. And their offense is really good, of course, so they're going to score a lot of goals, but they're also going to give up a ton of goals. So they'll be a fun team to watch this year. If I was the GM of Anaheim, what I'd probably try to do is trade away maybe one of your depth centers, maybe trade away Cogliano, and depending on how well the rookie goalies are playing, probably trade away one of them. But if they're playing well, then I guess you could keep them. And what I'd probably try to get is good defenseman, because they don't really have any first-line D-men. So they need a first-line defenseman. And they might, if their young goalies aren't playing well, they probably would want to have a more experienced goalie, at least 3 years of experience. Not only because he's experienced and he'll play better under pressure and stuff, but also to help teach the younger guys, help them learn what it's like to play in the NHL, although they're not rookies. Or Anderson's at least not a rookie. Gibson played a couple games, I think, but Gibson's kind of a rookie if you think about it, because he only played a few times last year in the NHL. But anyway, their young goalies might need a more experienced goalie to help them develop better and faster. But that's more or less the pros and cons I have on Anaheim. So I'm thinking with all those things, they'll probably finish somewhere around 5th or maybe 6th in the league this year. In the West, not in the league, in the Western Conference this year, sorry. 5th or 6th in the league would be pretty good, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I'm thinking they will probably make it to the semifinals of the Western Conference playoffs. Possibly the conference finals, depending on what teams play each other and how well their goalies are playing and what trades teams make during the season. So somewhere around semifinals for their conference or finals, I think. But that's all I have on Anaheim, really. So we will get into the gameplay now. So as you see, it's 2-2 right now. Both times back-to-back goals. My shorthanded goals, both shorthanded. And then he comes back down and scores both times on the power play. So that was interesting. Or I think they were both on the power play. The second one was for sure. And then we get a penalty shot there, but we just can't bury it. And then we go on the power play with about 10 minutes left in the third. Big power play here if we can score. And Perry gets it, gets poke checked, but the goalie plays it. This guy played the puck all game long. Pick it off with Perry and take the lead. 3-2. So now with just over 6 minutes left, we go back to the power play. And that should be enough to pretty much put the game away. And then his goalie makes a really good save there. And there. His goalie play is just absolutely amazing. But we do end up winning the game 3-2. So please comment anything that you felt anything you didn't agree with, or anything I missed. And leave a like if you liked the video. But other than that, remember, like I always say, go goon someone today.